blanket feeling cold against your skin. Running through the chaos, letting all the sin. Temptation in a bottle, ready for the night. Craving for the thrill, it's time to ignite. Dark desires burning bright. Echoes in the dead of night. No retreat, no looking back on this heart attack.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Back again. I wasn't planning on actually being here this afternoon. Well, I was planning to be here, but I wasn't planning to be here to do any Erin Patterson reporting today. But about 20-30 minutes ago, we got some new evidence from the court. The Supreme Court gave us some more of the exhibits that we had requested during the trial. That we got most of them at the end of the trial. We're still getting a few bits and pieces as we go along in the weeks after the trial. So just only about half an hour ago, we got some new exhibits from the Erin Patterson trial, and you'll want to see these ones. These might be the best exhibits so far. These are two that we saw during the trial, and at least one of these shows you Erin talking, which we don't have very many bits of evidence which show Erin talking at all. I have almost nothing. We were supposed to get the record of what they call record of interview, which is the police interview with Erin Patterson, but we don't have it yet. But instead, I have a different video here, and you guys have seen still images of this video, but you've never actually seen the entire thing until now. So we're going to watch it in like 2 minutes. I'm going to put it on. You guys are going to see it. And what it is, it's that raid on Erin's home where she hands over that mobile phone, what we now know as mobile phone B. So phone B, not phone A, phone B. And this is Erin handing it over to police. And, it goes on. If you watch the trial and you watch some of the evidence that we went through, the police were searching for this phone A for a long time. They did that raid on the 5th of August. They didn't find it. They came back in November, committed a second search warrant of that property to look for phone A. Didn't find phone A that time either. But Erin did hand over a phone during those searches, and this one is from the 5th of August. So this is the first search on Erin's home, not the second one in November. This is the first one, right? Only a few days after the lunch at her home. And we are going to play it for you. So let me get this set up. And you guys are going to get to see Erin Patterson. So here we go. We have it. So what it is, it's a detective. Basically, at the final part of Erin Patterson's search warrant on her home on the 5th of August, they ask Erin for her phone. That's what you're going to see. We saw this during the trial. They showed it as part of the evidence during the trial, especially talking about phone A and phone B. This was related to it. And for the first time anyway, you're going to get to see that in its entirety now. And you're going to get to see Erin talk. So it's only 1 minute and 52 seconds long, but here we go.
So it's 3:29 p.m. on the 5th of August 2023. Detective Sergeant worked thorough with Erin Patterson at 84 Gibson Street in Lancaster. Thanks for your patience today, Erin. We're completing our search. The only outstanding item is that mobile phone that you've got there. So I'll seize that now from you at 3:29 p.m. Can you just pass it to me? Do you need, I've got a bank card. Can I just have a look at it before you take it out?
Of course.
Yeah.
This sort of pops out.
Yeah.
We just get the pin code for that too.
Yes, so as I sort of pointed out earlier today, there's a provision in the warrant that requires you to assist us to get into these devices. Is there a pin code on your phone?
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
It's either 1315 or 131528. I can't remember which one.
131528. Yeah. Yeah, I'll check that.
Is it opening? Oh, okay. Well,
Don't know one.
no one. So there you
Okay,
go. Your job's easy.
Yeah. All right.
So there you go. Some evidence not seen before until right now. This is your world exclusive. It's not been seen outside of that courtroom until I'm airing it right this second on this channel. So this is your first look, really, of outside of that video that we got shortly after we all learned about the lunch at Erin's home. There might be death cap mushrooms, and we saw that video of Erin outside her home. This is one of the only other videos that I've ever seen of Erin talking. There's a couple here and there, but there's not many. And it was this video and the record of interview. They are like the only two that we have Erin interacting and talking on video. So this is when this is not long. What is it? The 5th of August. So, a week, less than a week after the lunch at her home, which by this point people have already died. She was told, actually, after this search, they take her back to the police station and they interview her. That's where you see that record of interview. That's directly after this search, I'm pretty sure. And that's when they tell her, like, people have died. This is the first time you're hearing about it because you were information had been kept from you. And now you're being told that, well, actually people have now died in hospital. So, yeah. So as you can hear, when he asked her for that PIN code, here, let's go back. And this is Luke Farrell. So Luke Farrell, you would have heard his name during the trial. His name was brought up a few times because he was there at the search with the informant. So the informant gave evidence during the trial. And this was just one of the other police officers who were present during that search and did some of the work there. There was a few of them. So during the trial, they told us who was there. There was another female officer who was also present during this search. Epping Stoll was there. There's a bunch of people. But this is Luke Farrell. Here, I'm going to take you back to this bit where she talks about the PIN code.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
It's either 1315 or 131528. I can't remember which one.
131528. Yeah. Yeah, I'll check that.
Is it opening? Oh, okay. Well,
Don't know one.
no one. So there you
Okay,
go. Your job's easy.
Yeah. All right.
So there you go. Like, the police are asking her for this PIN code. And I think at the time they just thought this was the phone that she had always used. This is the phone that, most likely she'd had for a very long time. But this is the phone that was ended up being wiped. So by the time they got this phone back to homicide headquarters in the city in Melbourne, while it was in that locker, it was being remote factory wiped. But this phone was had already been wiped and it was brand new. There was no real good information on it anyway. The phone that they really wanted was phone A. Phone A, they believed, had been used for a number of years, had a lot of information that they've never been able to track down because they've never been able to find that phone. So yeah, there you go. Brand new information straight from the courtroom. I don't think anyone else has aired this right now. This is hot off the press. I got it only 20 minutes ago. That's when I got it, and then I set up the show and got you all here. to watch it. Let's watch it through one more time, just for people who maybe are joining late. So if you don't know what this is, on the 5th of August 2023, the police did a search warrant on Erin's home. And at the end of that search warrant, they seized her mobile phone. But we now know this is phone B, not phone A. So that's what they were looking for. They wanted phone A. They didn't find it. Phone A is with her poop in a bin at the servo. I know a lot of people have this theory, is that is when she dumped that phone. I don't know. You guys think so? That she dumped it on the Sunday? I don't know. I have a bit of evidence here that maybe we'll have a look at some point. It's an entire diagram of all the mobile devices, all the phones, all the tablets for the entire family, and it shows you when they were last activated, last used, and when they swapped over, and when numbers were put in different phones. And I'd have to check, but I have a funny feeling that phone was used after the Sunday. That the last time phone A was used was slightly after. I have to double check, but I thought it was used after the 29th. But I have to check that map. They've got this whole flow chart that shows you like all the different times that the phones were used, and we can have a look at that at some point. Here, let me play this again for the new people who are just joining in. New evidence from the Supreme Court from the Erin Patterson trial. Your one and only looks at Erin Patterson and her actually talking and interacting with police here in this search warrant on the 5th of August in 2023.
So it's 3:29 p.m. on the 5th of August 2023. Detective Sergeant Luke Farrell with Erin Patterson at 84 Gibson Street in Langatha. Thanks for your patience today, Erin. We're completing our search. The only outstanding item is that mobile phone that you've got there. So I'll seize that now from you at 3:29 p.m. Can you just pass it to me? Do you need, we've got bank card. Can I just have a look at it before we take it out?
Of course.
Yeah.
This sort of pops out.
Yeah. Thank you.
Could you just get the pin code for that too?
Yes, so as I sort of pointed out earlier today, there's a provision in the warrant that requires you to assist us to get into these devices. Is there a PIN code on your phone?
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
It's either 1315 or 131528. I can't remember which one.
131528. Yeah. Yeah, I'll check that.
There. Is it opening? Oh, okay. Well,
Don't know one,
no one. So there you
Okay,
go. Your job's easy.
Yeah. All right.
So there you go. There you go. Brand new evidence from the Erin Patterson trial, a world exclusive on Nights with Ping. Good to have you here this afternoon. I was not planning on doing any Patterson news this afternoon, but hey, that's the game in news and criminal trials. You never know when you're going to get some new information or things like that. So we do have a couple more bits of evidence that I think we're still waiting on. I don't know when or if or how we're going to get it. Like I said, one of them is that record of interview. We're still waiting on some more information about it. You couldn't understand them? I boosted the volume as much as I can. It's up to like 300% or something, but I can hear it. I mean, yeah, maybe I'll have to make a transcript. Hold on.
Detective Sergeant Luke Farrell with Erin Patterson at 84 Gibson Street in.
V2.
Yes. So as I sort of pointed out earlier today, there's a provision in the warrant that requires you to assist us to get into these devices.
So at the end there, if you don't understand what he's saying, he's telling Erin there's a provision within the law saying, she has to help them get into these devices. I think you can cop another charge if you don't help police get into devices. So she's just like, yeah, there could be this code. And then she's like, can I have a look at it? And they eventually get into that phone. I think we heard during the trial that the phone didn't have a PIN code on it. I'd have to double check my notes, but I seem to remember hearing that during the trial. So the accent gets you. After 3 years of being on this channel with an Australian speaking, I'm surprised that you have been unable to not understand the Australian speaking in an Aussie accent, considering I speak with a Australian accent to you every single day. Although we do have a pretty good microphone and it is very clear compared to the video. Video looks like it's filmed on a mobile phone. That's what, or a body cam. I'm not sure what it is, but it definitely it is a little muffled. So maybe I can make a little transcript for you guys and I'll post it up in the community tab later on tonight. But yeah, just one of the first looks at like this is one of the only bits of evidence I have where you actually see Erin Patterson at all. A lot of the other evidence is screenshots and things like that. It's not actual video evidence. There's not a lot of video. But I do have a second video for you, and this one has no talking of Erin, but you do see Erin. And it is a bit of evidence where you have seen it before, but you have only seen screen caps of it. So I have shown you parts of this before. Why won't that open up? Huh? Okay. That's interesting. Okay, maybe we're going to have to do it like this. I don't know why that won't. Sometimes it works if I just put it in the browser, but this one's not working. I might have to add it to here. Yeah, add file. Okay, that's annoying. So the other file we have is a .mov file, which is like dot whatever. Like it's not an MP4, which means I can't play it. So the other video, I'll explain what it is. It is the actual. Yeah, it's not working. It is the video from the Kunwara transfer station. And you actually, instead of seeing those still images, which I've shown you before, you actually see Erin drive in, park just outside of that recycling center in that shed. And then she hops out of the car, grabs the dehydrator, and then puts it into the, into the recycling station. That's what the second video is. But it looks like I'm going to have to do some transcoding of it into MP4 because it's being a bit of a biatch. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to run it through a video program, so I'll have to bring that to you later. Unfortunately, it won't play in StreamYard and it won't play in the browser. Who uses .mov anymore? Who uses that? We all use MP4, which is interesting because VLC should be able to run this. It keeps, yeah, it's not working. All right, but I do have this other piece of evidence for you. So let me see if I can show it to you. So what's that original number? It is 783. 783. What was the last day on this? Seven, 8, 3. 6, 8. 3, 3, 1. Okay. All right. I have another piece of evidence here that I'm going to show you. So this is the flowchart that details all the devices within this trial. This is phone A right here, this one that ends in 783. This is the one that the cops were looking for. And you can see down here, phone A was turned on at some time around, is that the 5th or 6th of August? You can see it was active between the 5th of August and the 6th of August, sometime between 12:01 p.m. and 1:44 a.m. And that is the phone A phone number. So that phone and phone number, maybe a different device or whatever, but that phone number was still hanging around after she went to the BP in Caldermead. So I don't know. I don't know if she dumped that phone. She may have dumped the actual phone, but not the SIM card, because it's saying here that that SIM card was reactivated or put into another device on the 5th of August to sometime between the 5th and the 6th of August. So that phone A was still hanging around after she went to the BP Caldermead. So where it disappeared to, where the physical phone disappeared to, and where the SIM card went, magic, apparently. It disappeared. So I had a feeling it was still hanging around after that day. So this shows you, like, so phone A. So phone A. And you can see the different dates here. So the two phone numbers here. There was one on the 5th of August from the SIM card ending in 835. That's a different phone. Phone B, I'm pretty sure. And then this is phone A ending in 783. And you can see how far back phone A dates back. Look, all through January 2019, 2020, 21, all through here through 2023. It's, it's been around a long time. So phone A is not, a new phone or number sort of thing. It's been around a long time, and that's the one they were looking for. That's the one they really wanted. They wanted the one that had the extensive, probably years and background on it, to see what information might have been on that phone, and they never found it. That phone you see in this film clip right here, police allege, well, now since the jury has returned a guilty verdict, the jury also believed that, he did a bit of a swapperoo here, deliberately gave police a phone that was, new, blank, had no information really on it. It was basically a brand new device and brand new, setup. So it didn't really have any background details on it. And then that phone was remote wiped a few times. I don't know. There you go. That was the evidence in the trial, that she somehow magically had this new phone just right around the time where people ate poisonous food and died. Do you watch the Van Balen channel? No, I don't know what that is. Rachel said, we were definitely wondering why they didn't find phone A. Well, in Erin's evidence, she had a bin, a giant garbage, we call it a skip in Australia, but like a giant garbage receptacle delivered to her home, where you throw out like hard rubbish and things around your home. And she says, well, I threw it out in there because it was broken and it was old, and, like, I don't know, I wasn't using it anymore. And her evidence during trial is that phone A was in the home and police just didn't locate it. They didn't take it with them. It was sitting right there on they insinuated during the trial that in one of the evidence photos, you can see phone A, it's sitting right there. Cops testified that if there was a mobile device in that house, that they would have taken it. And there's no way they would have left a mobile device just sitting out in the open that they wouldn't have taken with them, especially because they were looking for any type of mobile or, you know, anything that might have information on the background to what happened to these people. And they're saying that that's not true. So there you go. Drew, hey Drew, how are you? Drew said maybe phone A also held clues to the previous alleged poisoning of Simon. I mean, maybe. I could have done. Maybe that's why it disappeared. I don't know. Unfortunately, this trial that we've sort of been to and sat through, it only dealt with the allegations that sort of we've run through with you. Because those charges were dropped at the start of the trial, we never got to hear what, if any, evidence was, you know, in relation to Simon. Not the attempted murder charge for the lunch, not those 3 other charges in the past. They were just not contested, and now they don't exist. So unfortunately, we'll never know. Marlene said, was this before they brought in the tech dogs? This video is before they brought in the tech dogs. This video is from the 5th of August, only like a week after the lunch. So the 5th of August would have been, I think it's a Friday, if I'm correct. So what was it, 2023, right? In August? And it's the 5th. Oh no, it's a Saturday. So it's a Saturday. It's 1 week. 1 week after that lunch. Exactly a week. This search of her home takes place 1 week after that fateful lunch at her home. So they did a second search in November and they brought in the technology dogs. That's what happened during that search. They were again looking for any mobile devices or anything like that. That's what they were sort of searching for. Hey, Kathy, I really appreciate it. It's very kind of you, my friend. Thank you for that. What do they call it? Ko-Fi. Thank you, my friend. It's very sweet of you. It's very kind. If I could open my email. What is going on? Yeah, hold on, guys. My headphones are leaning on my keyboard. Let's see if that works now. Yep. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to do a bit of transcoding of that other video. Unfortunately, it's really annoying. It's that sucks, but you know, what can you do? Yeah, I'm going to play this again for people who have come in late. So this is from the search of Erin's home on the 5th of August, 2023. It's right at the end of that search warrant, and they're in the process of seizing Erin's phone from her. What they believed was the phone that she had used for, you know, a long period of time, not a brand new phone. They thought this was her sort of like everyday phone. And we learned later on that it is not. It is not her everyday phone. This is a new phone called Phone B. That's how they described it at trial. Phone A, the one they probably actually wanted, had never been located.
So it's 3:29 p.m. on the 5th of August 2023. Detective Sergeant Luke Farrell with Erin Patterson at 84 Gibson Street in Lancaster. Thanks for your patience today, Erin. We're completing our search. The only outstanding item is that mobile phone that you've got there. So I'll seize that now from you at 3:29 p.m. Can you just pass it to me? Do you need, we've got bank card. Can I just have a look at it before you take it out?
Of course.
Yeah.
This sort of pops out.
Yeah. Thank you.
We just get a ping over there too.
Yes, so as I sort of pointed out earlier today, there's a provision in the warrant that requires you to assist us to get into these devices. Is there a PIN code on your phone?
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
It's either 1315 or 131528. I can't remember which one.
131528. Yeah. I'll check that.
Is it opening? Oh, okay, well,
Don't know one, but-
no one, so there you
Okay,
go.
there
Your
you go.
job's easy.
Yeah. All right.
Hey Danny, how are you? Danny says, did Cellbrite discover phone A? No, I don't believe so. Because Erin had used it for years, it would have been on the call records for other people like Simon Patterson, his parents Don and Gail, even maybe Ian and Heather. It was a phone she had used for such a long time, and they had Don's phone, Gail's phone, Simon's phone. These phones may have had records of that original number, phone A, and I don't believe it was found from Cellbrite. I think it was probably just in the records in one of another family member's phone, because that's what they use to communicate, especially through like Signal, the application Signal. So they had been using that app to talk as a family in group chats. So it would have been, I think at least I would have said that record would have been in one of the phones, as you know, Erin's number or Erin's, you know, whatever. It would have been in there under there is what I would think. I don't think you would need Cellbrite to find that phone A. I think phone A would have been just, you know, a phone number she'd used for so many years. Phone B would actually most likely not have been known by Don and Gail, because Don and Gail were dead by the time, either dead or in hospital incapacitated by the time she activated phone B. So they would never have even had that record in their phone of phone B, because it didn't exist before. Basically, they were already in hospital and very, very ill. So on their phones, most likely would have had the record of phone A. So that's most likely how they found it. Is at least I think so anyway. Yeah, there's a provision that basically says that if you don't help them get into mobile devices, that you can be charged. I think it's with hindering. I think it's hindering police or something like that. It's a charge where you can be done for, like, you know, basically not helping them. That's a simple way of saying it. That there's an actual charge you can be done with. Lynn Jen said, so I'm late. I just got to the part where I am staying. I just got to you. Is this Erin testifying? No. No, it is not Erin testifying. This is a search warrant that was executed on her home, and this is right at the end of that search warrant. This is Detective Luke Farrell, and it's him talking to Erin Patterson that's the dining table right there that you know, where that meal was served that we've all heard about. This is that dining table where a week earlier she served that beef Wellington to her guests. So that's that dining area. And what they're basically doing is they're recording this handover of evidence. They're seizing this phone from Erin, and they're recording it for their own. They recorded the whole thing, but this is like an excerpt of it. And they're just, yeah, it's her handing over what they think is her mobile phone, but we learn later is basically a dummy phone. It's a burner phone. It's what it is. It's a burner phone. Phone B. Phone B for burner phone. No, that's not what it stands for, but Anna P says, when is the pre-sentencing hearing? I have heard no update on any future court dates as of yet. If there were new court dates assembled, we would have, the media, like me, the media, other media, would have got an update from the Supreme Court, and I don't have one as of yet. Like I said, I just heard from the Supreme Court about an hour ago, and if they had additional information on any future hearings, we would have been alerted to it, but I don't have anything as of yet. So Yeah, she said it was broken and it was no good anymore. So she put it into a dumpster. That she ordered a dumpster to her home, got rid of some of the things in her house that from building the house and moving and things like that. So she had a lot of excess stuff at her home. She ordered this dumpster, and that she put phone A into that dumpster that she had ordered to her property. Whether you believe that or not, I don't know. I'm going to say that the jury did not, because they believed the Crown's case that she deliberately destroyed and got rid of that phone because it probably most likely had evidence on it. Jojo says, "Hey everybody, I'm here listening, getting ready for the school week. Good to see you, my friend. You get ready for that school week. Have fun." Yeah, so unfortunately I can't show you the second video right now, which means by the time I probably transcode it, it'll be up on the Daily Mail. It'll probably be up on the Daily Mail by the time I can do a transcode of it. Because I don't think I can do it from here. I might be able to. Hold on. Can I do this? Might be able to do it. Hold on. Let's see if I can do it like this. Apps, video. Frame. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. I'm trying to see if I can log into a different media player. We might be able to. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm just trying to see if I can upload it. Give me 2 secs. I will try and... I think I can do it. Hold on. All right. I was able to do a transcode of it on the fly. Good work, Ping. All right, here it is. Here's this video. This is Erin pulling up to the transfer station. And she is going to get... So you guys have seen still frames of this image in the past. I've shown you just like the photos of it. Well, now you get to see the full video. So there you go. There's... I know it's far away. There's Erin in the little red car. Pulls out that dehydrator and walks it into that transfer station. I wonder if we get a close-up, do we? No. And then she heads back to the car, closes the boot, and takes off again. That's all it took. There you go. I'll make it a little bigger for you. And yeah, I was able to somehow figure it out to transform it into an MP4 on the fly. And yeah, so this is Wednesday, the 2nd of August, 2023. So a few days before that search warrant on the 5th. That's her dumping that dehydrator at the at the transfer station. So yeah, you guys have never seen this full video. You guys have seen the still frames from it, but not the actual video. So in court, we were actually shown this entire thing. So I'll play it again for you. Pulls into there, just so blasé, getting rid of evidence, dumping this dehydrator that later came back in testing as positive for Amanita phalloides, death cap mushroom. So they tested this, forensic tested it. They also fingerprinted it, and it came back positive. Obviously, you can see Erin holding it, positive to her fingerprints, and also death cap mushroom residue and what they call debris, vegetable debris they found in that dehydrator. So, and she dumps it in that recycling, area, which I shown you the photos of the inside of that shed in the past. I think if you guys want to check them out again, if my audio starts crackling, please let me know, because we do have a lot of things open at the second, which I don't really like. We do have a lot of crap open. If audio starts crackling again, please let me know. Hopefully it does not. Let me see if I've got the other evidence. What is it? It's Kunwara. Is it this one? No. So go here. So inside, after she dropped that dehydrator off into that recycling center, here is those photos of that dehydrator that police later located inside of that recycling center. Oh, it's right down the back here. It's not this thing, that's a television. It's right down the back in this photo. But there you go. There's the item that you see after that video is the dehydrator right there. Gayla says, have you been out somewhere nice, Ping? I went to a bakery to get some lunch. So I went to go get some lunch, and then I was in the middle of ordering a roll. So I got a pork roll from down the road, and I was in the middle of ordering lunch, and I get this email, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to. Okay, thank you for the roll, and I drove back, and I made the show and jumped on. I haven't eaten yet. It's still sitting over here. I've got to eat my lunch. I wanted to make sure you guys got this this update and evidence as soon as possible. That's what I do for my viewers. Make sure you guys are the first to hear about things. That's how we do it on this channel. You guys come first. So, Chipmunk says a phone is worthy of being discarded of properly too. That's more proof to me. Yeah, interesting that she didn't take the phone to the recycling center. Linjen said, how did they know to look for the dehydrator? Oh, now you're stretching my memory at trial. I can't remember how they knew that she had gone to the transfer station, but the cops called the transfer station, knew that Erin had been there, and then they asked the transfer station to go down and look in this area, like where this dehydrator was found, in this shed at the transfer station, in this bin. And they asked him to go down there and look to see if there was a dehydrator there. When that worker came back and reported to his boss that yes, there was a dehydrator there, then the cops came and seized it as evidence. But I can't remember. Is that how it was? Simon told them. Can't remember how they found out that she'd been there, but yes. They found the manual in the search of the home. The manual was in the drawer in her home. So they knew that she had owned a dehydrator, even though in her police interview, she denied owning a dehydrator. Like, she denied owning one after like there was a manual in her home. And they're like, "Have you ever foraged for mushrooms?" She's like, "No." They're like, "Have you ever owned a dehydrator?" And she's like, "Never." And they're like, "We have photos." Like, no, they didn't say that. I'm not going to misrepresent it. But obviously that's not true because we have freaking video evidence of it right here of her dropping the dehydrator at the transfer station. Right here. It's, on 4K video. We have her literally driving to it and dropping the dehydrator off. And she's like telling the cops in this interview, "I don't own a dehydrator. I don't forage for mushrooms." You sure about that? Because we have, look, it's right here on Nights with Ping. We have it. The video of you dropping that dehydrator. Unless she's also one of these weird people that have an evil twin. I mean, we hear a lot about these people who keep saying they've got these evil twins and it's not them and it must be someone else, and a ninja came and like raccoons and lots of excuses and not a lot of responsibility. Yes. Thank you. Thanks for reminding me. Thank you. Sorry. I sat through over 200 hours of court stuff and I can't remember like just everything off the top of my head. I can remember most things, but not exactly everything. Sometimes I need to be reminded. I do have that. Where is it? I do have that. I have her receipt. So this is the receipt for her paying for that e-waste. So I do have that. Yeah, so that's her receipt. I don't have a bank statement, but this is the receipt that she was given for dumping that dehydrator. So retired Erin said, "A lesson for us all, don't tell lies." Yeah, don't tell lies. The cameras will get you. Bigfoot did it? That's right, those ninja raccoons, that's right. Like Joey from Friends. He's always like, "And a raccoon came and like it stole the cake." Like, yeah. So yeah, there you go. Some new evidence today from the Supreme Court. There you go, that little red car. So you guys finally get to see the real video of it, not the still images. I heard in other European countries though, Gala, they have things like this. Like in Germany and Sweden, they have these whole centers in neighborhoods where you can go and drop off like e-waste, metal, wood, all these different things, and they're in like every suburb, and they don't want people throwing it on the sort of street. They want people to recycle it properly, and they have these giant recycling centers where you can go, and it's free as long as you're a resident of the city. You can go and do it for free. I think it's a great idea. I wish we had them here. We don't. I call him Ricky the raccoon. Gayla said, "Yeah, I had one close to my house in Germany." Yeah, they're amazing. I saw a video of a family who moved from America to Germany, and they were shocked that they had these giant facilities where you can go and drop off like old metal or a TV or like wood or tree stuff. Like if you're cutting down trees in your backyard, you can just bundle it up and take it there. And it's not like you have to drive 40 minutes away. They're all like 3 minutes from people's homes. Like they're very, very close. They're not like, you don't have like one in the entire, city. There's like one in every suburb. They're great. I really wish we adopted that here in Australia. I think that'd be a great idea. Like we have some things like that. Like down the road from where I live, we have like a recycling center, but it's only for plastic. It's only for like soda bottles and alcohol glass bottles and things like that. It's not for like taking giant bits of like whatever. It's just for like bottles and plastic and They recycle it, but it's not like the ones in Germany. Gail said, we don't pay in the UK, but if we can't take stuff, the council will collect it for you for about £25. We have hard rubbish here. You get 2 a year. So you can fill up your whole sidewalk full of crap and you just book it online and then they'll come and pick it up. But you only get 2 per calendar year. If any more than that, you have to pay. So we get 2 every single year. Lux said, I had a mama and 3 baby raccoons living here. I named the mama Bandit and the babies Rascal, Trouble, and Mischief. That's so funny. That's so cute. By the way, Lux, thank you for your email the other day. I'm so sorry I haven't been able to actually physically write back as of yet, but I did read it and I saw your photo. So just know that Ping has read it and I appreciate the email. I get flooded with emails that, like, since the trial, my email just fills up every day. I think I've got I only opened this email like a year a year ago, and I've got 1,637 unread emails. Over almost, it's a new email. It's only been open a couple of years. Already got almost 2,000 unread emails in there. So I do read them though. If people from the channel send stuff in, I do read everyone's email. I just don't always physically have time to write every single person back all the time. But I try and write as many people back as I can. Just sometimes I get caught up doing this type of stuff, finding content and things like that. Chipmunk said, I recycle, drives me nuts, all the crap I see on roads. Huge problem is from trash trucks. They don't have good covers on them. They here they have like a metal cover over the top, so you don't get a lot of stuff that blows away. Rachel said, we have a transfer station about 50 minutes away, but we pay on our property taxes. Commercial waste you have to pay. Okay. Interesting. All right, guys. I think that's it. I just wanted to come on and get you your evidence, your new evidence from the Patterson trial, and I really didn't have a lot more else planned for tonight. I wasn't actually going to do a show today, and I got this email, and I was like, okay, let's do it. We're getting crackling again. Yeah, let me shut down. Let me shut down this. I think we got too many things open. I blame ESPN. That's what I blame. Ping blames ESPN. Yeah, let me shut down all these tabs. I always have like 50 tabs open at one time. Why I have 50 tabs open, I don't know. Too much information. All right. Shock said, thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Like I said, I will bring you all the Patterson information I can as quickly as I can. As long as I'm legally able to do it, I will bring it to you as fast as I can. So that's it for tonight. I will be back tomorrow. So tomorrow is Monday in America. I will be back covering crimes. I don't know what we're going to do. Sure, there'll be people doing bad things all over the world that we can talk about tomorrow night. So there you go. Some new evidence from the Patterson trial. 2 new videos, which we didn't get a lot of videos in the evidence. I think I've only got like 1 or 2 others. So to get 2 more was like quite a big jump in new evidence. So good, a good little afternoon. And yeah, thank you to my friend Kathy. I appreciate it. You know, people like Kathy who support the channel with the Ko-Fi, and the people with the super chats and the memberships, and like Sean, that's how we're able to do things like bring you the latest evidence from the trial, and always be ready to do a live show and get that information to you. You know, it's people like that that allow that to happen. So thank you to those people. If you also want to do it, you can find the links underneath the video. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I would really appreciate it. It's a lot of work covering this type of breaking news and trials and court coverage. So if you could hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up, that helps me out as well, and allows me to keep doing this, allows me to keep bringing you the breaking news out of these big trials, these monumental historical type trials. So I'll be back tomorrow. I love you all. I'm going to go finally eat my lunch that I bought an hour and a half ago, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow for a live show. I don't know what we're going to do, but maybe updates in that quadruple homicide out of the USA. Maybe we'll have more updates for that one tomorrow. Love you all. Good night, everyone. Bye.